Okay, so I wanted to start by flagging up that tango used to be a Latin dance. Now, I think it originates from Peru, but I might be wrong. I know it's South America, and I know that when it was first kind of created, I think Aborigine people used to dance it like barefoot in the mud, and so that's kind of why we end up picking our feet up like in our tango walks, and I'll get onto that in a minute. But I find it's a really good and really helpful thing to bear in mind all the way through this dance, like the character, like imagining that you're dancing barefoot in the mud. Yeah, I'll explain it in a minute. But it also explains why we have a slightly different hold. We're kind of more round, like, you know, if we had our Latin hold that's more like round and our elbows are down. Obviously we still have our elbows out in ballroom, but it kind of explains why I think the lead's hand kind of comes round a bit further on the follower's back. I don't actually know a lot about this, but I know it's different, and I think it's more towards the spine as opposed to the shoulder blades. But obviously you still want to be feeling like you're leading with your wrist and there's not much weight in your hand. Really don't want you pulling your follower in, because she'll get like a bad back, and I'm speaking from experience. And for the followers, we have a different hand position, and I absolutely love this. It's our one dance where we get to be underneath the lead, and we can help them, like we can use our position to like strengthen both of our holds. I really like to think of it as like we're helping with the foundations on this, and like obviously we are with every dance, but I just love how tango you get to feel more powerful as a follower, while you still have to dance more powerfully in the other like swing dances and stuff. But yeah, so for a follower you can, I'm going to try and, can I do this right? If I'm a lead here, oh yeah, I can just about do that. So we're underneath, and for me I like to have my hand like this, I hope you can see. So like my top two fingers together and my hand like down in a straight line. You can like lift it up like with a little pretty thing with the palm facing down. Yeah, I hope I'm doing that okay. And like this is really nice, but for me personally I find it's more powerful to like dance with my thumb like up. Like it looks a bit weird if you're practicing like this than like that. But if you try and support your elbow with a flat palm, you can't get much strength from it, but if you have it this way and like with your thumb like that, you can get a lot of strength from your thumb, like pushing your lead's arm up. Like I'm like pushing really hard there, and obviously you don't want to be like hurting them, but also I don't think you should worry. Like I severely doubt that you are going to be stronger, your thumb is going to be stronger than your lead's arm. But yeah, so from a like strength position, I really like that it comes from there, and like you can feel like the, not tension, tension's the wrong word, but like the strength go through your arms as a follower. Okay, so I think that's it from hold. Obviously we're more down into our knees. Tango, rather like samba, if you had a shelf on top of your head, you would not like bump up and hit your head on the shelf. We want everything to be in our knees and there's no popping up. So if I did two walks in a link, I want here and not like, we should be on bent legs, like certainly throughout this the two walks in a link that I'm going to do, we're on bent legs the whole time. You very rarely come up, it's only if you're doing like lines, but when I say come up I mean like this much. So yeah, we want to, when you look at somebody dancing tango, they're like shoop. If you look at the top of their heads across the floor, they're not like this, just like samba, Latin dance. Okay, so if I start with the walks, if I start as a lead, over here we have our funny feet, so that means that our left foot is slightly more forward than our right foot, and the right foot kind of slots in next to it. So like the arch of your foot is where I like to think your big toe kind of goes, so like they kind of slot in. And we're on bent legs, and we want to feel like our knees are working together. And every time we take a step in tango, this applies to both of us, we have to be on our feet. We have to feel like we're moving as one unit. We can't afford to send the leg like we can in a swing dance and our body catches us. There's no swing in tango. It's like we move as one unit. So if I go over the footwork, we go on our heel, but like we kind of pick our foot off the floor. So it's off the floor here, and then we push onto our heel. I really hope I don't slip on this carpet. We kind of push onto our heel, and then we arrive all together. And the same for going backwards. So I really hope you can see that. But this is what I mean about walking through the mud. We can't keep our feet on the floor, otherwise we won't be able to dance in the mud. Like, we can't push through it, so we need to pick it up and like we're squelching through it. And we can't dance on toes in the mud either because you'll slip. So heels are really important, and almost every step is a heel. And yeah, this feeling of like arriving on your leg, you have to send it, but like you can't send it like outside. I want to say outside of your shoulders, but obviously you have to, like, my shoulders are here and my foot's there. Like, you can't think of like going, yeah, I'm going to do a big step, like, because your back will go and that's when your head will pop up. So we want to like arrive like in one movement. So I go here, and our back leg quickly picks up and comes next to it. So yeah, and I'm like on that foot. I can lift this foot up because like, yeah, we can pick our feet up. So if I do that again, we are here. And it's the same for going backwards. If I'm going back on my left leg now, here. So like this is where, like for followers, we'll mainly be going backwards, leads will be going forwards. Obviously you need to practice both ways. So for a follower, if I went back on my left foot, it's the same thing. We're going to send our leg and we're going to arrive on it at this like same time as the heel goes down. So like I'm here and I'm on my foot. So like I send the leg, the heel comes up and I drag it for a little bit, and then I pick it up and it brings in next to my foot. And ideally you don't want to have any weight, you don't want to put your toe on the floor. If you've done it right, she says. Oh no, I put my toe down a bit. But if your weight is fully on that leg, you should like not have to use the other foot at all. Ooh, there we go. But yeah, so it's really good to practice like, it's really annoying this carpet. It's really good to practice going 1, 2, 1, 2, and feet if I do it this way. If I start going forward, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's like the way you bring in your other leg as well. Also gives it like character. So like the sharpness you feel watching tango, people aren't going. It's 1, 2, and like I'm fully over my leg. I can pick my feet up. So I hope that makes sense. Oh, we're on a diagonal by the way. So like just as like you'd start your waltz or quickstep or whatever, we're on a diagonal. But our feet are going in a straight line. And yeah, you want to feel like if your feet are on 2 kind of train tracks, that's where they're going. But I would say for a follower, it's really easy to think, I don't know if this is just something that I struggled with, but when I put my leg back, I thought it was like, it can look like it's on its own train track, but I was actually kind of leaning like this way a bit. So for me personally, I think that I'm bringing my like other foot ever so slightly, like ever so slightly under my body. So like if I was to exaggerate it, I hope you can see that. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to hear it this way. If I was to exaggerate, I'd be here as opposed to here. But I don't want you to think like that because then you'll like trip yourself up. But I think ever so slightly towards that way. so I can be on balance fully. I think that's it, but the main thing I want you to take away from this is being on balance and using your heels and ball flats to pick up your feet, so like here. So like, and we don't send the leg, like I can send, if this was waltz, like I can counterbalance sending my leg really far by like working forward. So I go like, hang on, that's probably a better way to do it. This way, so like I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit, but like in tango, we can't do that. We have to like be kind of straight and arrive at the same time. Small steps is the key. Small steps, like not far from like your shoulders or like your kind of space around your body. And then when you get more power, the movement comes from you using your leg muscles to go wah. So like that was just one step, like me doing like the length of this sofa here. So like, but when you're learning, small steps is the key, and then you can build up your muscles to like get power and stuff. But I don't want you to start swinging or bumming up or going on straight legs. Everything's bent legs and like inside edge of feet, heels, and like changes of angles, as opposed to like swinging and catching your body weight. Okay, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to like answer questions or like call, like video call you